Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, I invite you to leave behind the weight of your day and step gently into a world bathed in silver light. This is the Moonlit Path, a story woven with quiet images, soft rhythms, and the gentle guidance of night itself. As you settle into your bed, allow your body to find stillness, your breath to slow, and your heart to soften. The words you are about to hear are not meant to be rushed or remembered, but to flow around you like a calm river, carrying you toward rest. Imagine the moon rising above the horizon, casting a gentle glow that lights your way. With each step, you will move further from the noise of waking life, and deeper into a realm where dreams bloom like flowers in the night. So close your eyes, release your thoughts, and let the journey begin. Close your eyes now, and imagine yourself standing at the edge of a small village. The night has already settled in, wrapping everything in a soft, gentle stillness. The air is cool, carrying with it the faint scent of wood smoke and blossoms that linger from the day. Above, the sky stretches wide and dark, sprinkled with stars like tiny lanterns scattered across a velvet cloth. But it is the moon that calls your attention most. It hangs low, full and luminous, casting a silver glow over rooftops and winding paths. This is not an ordinary village. The houses here are old, built from wood that whispers with stories of generations past. Each window glows with a golden lantern, the light flickering gently as though breathing with the rhythm of the night. The lanterns do not burn brightly, instead, they offer a tender warmth, as though each flame was meant only to guide a weary traveler home, without disturbing the sacred silence. As you take your first step forward, your feet meet smooth stones beneath. The path has been worn by countless footsteps, yet it feels as though it has been waiting only for you. To your left, you hear the trickle of a distant stream, its song soft and continuous, blending with the hush of the night. To your right, cherry blossoms sway gently in the breeze, releasing a few petals that drift silently through the air, like whispers too shy to speak. There is no rush here. Each moment seems to stretch, opening itself like a flower in the moonlight. The village breathes slowly, and you find yourself breathing with it. Inhale the cool night air, and exhale the weight of the day. Here, worries seem too heavy for the night to carry. The village knows this, and so it takes them from you, setting them gently aside, so that your steps may be lighter. As you walk past the houses, you notice figures inside, shadows moving softly, perhaps preparing for sleep. You catch the faint sound of laughter, the low murmur of a lullaby, the quiet creak of wooden doors closing. Yet none of it disturbs the peace. It is all part of the village's rhythm, a harmony of sounds that weave together into something soothing, like the hum of a cradle song. A small cat slips across the path in front of you, pausing to look at you with bright, curious eyes. For a moment, you feel its gaze, calm and steady, as though it recognizes you, as though it has seen you before. Then it disappears between two houses, leaving only silence in its wake. You walk further, and soon the lanterns begin to thin. The houses grow fewer, and the open fields of night begin to whisper at the edges of your vision. You sense that the path is leading you somewhere beyond the village, somewhere quieter, deeper. Yet there is no fear, only a sense of gentle invitation. The last house you pass has a single lantern, brighter than the rest. Its light spills onto the path, golden and soft, illuminating the way ahead. You pause for a moment, letting the glow touch your skin. It feels like a blessing, like the warm hand of a friend resting gently on your shoulder, reassuring you that you are not alone. And then, just beyond the final lantern, you see it, the beginning of the moonlit path. It winds gently into the trees, where shadows dance with silver light. The village has brought you here, and now it lets you go. The lanterns fade behind you, and the forest calls softly ahead. With a deep breath, you take your first step toward the moonlit path, leaving the village of lanterns behind, carrying only its peace in your heart. You step away from the last glow of the village lanterns, and the path carries you gently forward, into the waiting arms of the forest. At first, there is a soft hush, like a pause in music, as though the trees are holding their breath in greeting. Then, slowly, the forest begins to reveal its voice. Leaves whisper overhead, stirred by a tender breeze. Crickets sing their patient song. Somewhere, far but not too far, an owl calls, its note low and calm, echoing between the trunks. The moonlight spills through the canopy in delicate streams, painting silver ribbons across the path. Each step you take feels lighter, softer, as though the earth itself is cushioning your movement. Moss grows thick at the edges of the stones, glowing faintly in the moonlight, like tiny stars fallen from the sky. The air is different here, cooler, fresher, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth, mixed with a faint sweetness from blossoms unseen. You breathe it in deeply, and with each breath, your chest feels lighter, your heart slower, your mind quieter. The trees rise tall around you, their trunks strong and steady, guardians of this moonlit sanctuary. Some are ancient, their bark rough and furrowed, marked with the wisdom of centuries. Others are young, their branches reaching upward like hopeful hands toward the stars. Together, they form an arch above, a living cathedral of green and silver. When the wind moves, the leaves shimmer as though made of silver threads, and the forest itself seems to glow. The sound of your footsteps blends seamlessly with the rhythm of nature. Sometimes you hear the soft crunch of leaves beneath you, sometimes only the quiet thud of your feet on the earth. There is no rush here, no destination to demand your haste. The path asks only that you walk, gently and slowly, allowing each step to be its own moment of presence. Now and then, fireflies drift across your vision, their light small and golden, like sparks from an unseen hearth. They move slowly, lazily, hovering as though they too are part of this peaceful procession. One floats close to you, lingering in the air before continuing on, guiding you deeper into the forest. The further you go, the quieter the world outside becomes. The village, with its lanterns and distant voices, is far behind now. Here, there is only the symphony of the night, soft, layered, endless. You feel it surround you, a gentle embrace of sound and silence woven together. It is as if the forest has drawn a circle around you, keeping you safe within its heart. Every now and then, you catch glimpses of moonlight falling upon small clearings where the grass shines like silver threads. In these clearings, the world feels stiller, as if time itself has slowed to watch the moon's reflection upon the ground. You pause briefly in one such place. Lifting your gaze upward, through the branches, the moon looks larger, nearer, as though it bends close just to watch you walk. Its light falls over you like a soft blanket. Calming, soothing, reassuring. With each step forward, you feel as though the forest is welcoming you more deeply. The trees seem to lean slightly inward, their shadows wrapping around you not as darkness, but as comfort. It is a reminder that even in shadow, there is gentleness, and even in silence, there is song. You walk further still, the path winding gently, always under the moon's watchful eye. And just ahead, faint but growing clearer, you hear a new sound, the murmur of running water. It rises like a secret melody, inviting you to follow. The forest has brought you this far, and now it offers you the music of a stream, waiting just beyond the curve of the path. The path bends gently, and with each step, the sound of water grows clearer. It begins as a distant hum, a quiet murmur weaving through the silence of the forest. Then, little by little, it becomes a song, soft, flowing, unhurried. When you finally reach the stream, it greets you like an old friend, its voice steady, timeless, endlessly soothing. The stream is narrow, no wider than the span of your arms. Yet it feels vast in its beauty. Moonlight pours onto its surface, turning the water into a ribbon of silver. The current moves gently, carrying with it tiny leaves that drift like small boats on a journey to nowhere in particular. You watch them float past, unhurried, each one surrendering to the rhythm of the water. You kneel for a moment at the edge, and the earth is soft beneath your hands. The cool air rising from the water brushes against your skin like silk. When you lean closer, you can see the stones that rest at the bottom of the stream, polished smooth by countless years of gentle movement. They glisten faintly under the moonlight, like hidden gems revealed only to those who take the time to notice. The stream whispers constantly, a quiet conversation between water and stone. It is not a language you understand with the mind, but the heart knows it well. It speaks of patience, of letting go, of flowing onward without fear. It reminds you that everything has its rhythm, its current, and that there is peace in moving gently forward, without struggle. You dip your fingers into the water, and it is cool, refreshing, alive. For a moment you simply let your hand rest there, feeling the current flow past. Not pushing, not pulling, just moving. The sensation is calming, as if the stream is carrying away any weight you still hold inside, each thought, each worry, each lingering tension. They slip into the water quietly, and the stream carries them away, leaving only stillness behind. As you rise again, the forest seems even quieter than before, as though it too is listening to the stream's song. Fireflies hover near the water's edge, their reflections dancing upon the silver surface. The air smells faintly of moss and wildflowers, carried gently on the breeze. It feels as if the whole forest has gathered here, around this little stream, to rest and to listen. You follow the stream for a short while, walking alongside its flowing path. The stones of your path and the stones of the stream seem to mirror one another, as if they belong to the same story. Sometimes the water splashes lightly, skipping over rocks, creating small, playful notes in its song. Other times it smooths itself into quiet pools, where the moonlight rests undisturbed, shining like glass. At one such pool, you pause again. The surface is so still that it feels like a mirror, reflecting not only the moon above but also the branches that arch gently overhead. You see yourself there too, quiet, calm, walking slowly through the night. In this reflection, you feel a sense of wholeness, as though the forest, the moon, the water, and you are all parts of the same gentle dream. After a while, the stream begins to veer away from the path, curving deeper into the woods. Its song grows softer, fading gradually into the distance. But even as it fades, you can still feel it, as though the rhythm of the water lingers within your chest, becoming part of your own breath. The path ahead waits, bathed in silver light, and the forest grows a little deeper, a little darker, though never unkind. You take one last look at the stream, offering it a silent thank you, before turning forward once more. The night is wide, the moon still watching, and just beyond the next bend, something stirs among the shadows, waiting for you. As you continue along the moonlit path, the forest grows deeper, the trees standing taller and closer together. Their shadows stretch across the earth like long, protective arms. Yet even in this deepening darkness, the silver glow of the moon never leaves you. It follows faithfully, spilling over branches, glimmering on leaves, guiding you with a steady hand. The air is quiet here, softer than silence. Only the faint rustle of leaves above and the slow rhythm of your footsteps remain. But then, from somewhere close, you hear it, a gentle rustle in the undergrowth. Not sharp, not startling, but tender, as though something small is moving carefully through the brush. You pause, letting your breath settle, and turn your gaze toward the sound. At first, you see only the shapes of branches, the play of light and shadow. Then, slowly, it appears. A deer steps into the moonlight, its form slender and graceful, its coat touched with a soft glow from the silver light. It moves with quiet certainty, each step soundless, as though it belongs to the night itself. Its eyes meet yours, wide and deep, filled not with fear but with calm recognition. In those eyes, you see something familiar, gentleness, wisdom, and a kindness that feels timeless, as if this creature has walked beside countless dreamers before you. The deer does not flee. Instead, it lowers its head slightly, in a gesture that feels like greeting, or perhaps even invitation. You feel no need to speak. Words would only disturb the perfect silence that exists between you. Instead, you simply stand, breathing softly, meeting its gaze. A quiet connection forms, fragile yet strong, like a thread of moonlight stretched between two hearts. The deer turns slightly, stepping back toward the path ahead. It pauses, looking back at you, its eyes urging without insistence, guiding without command. It seems to say, "Follow." So you do. Your steps fall into rhythm with its movements. The forest feels different now, not only a place you are walking through, but a place that is opening itself to you. Through the presence of this gentle companion, with the deer at your side, the shadows no longer feel like mystery but like comfort, layers of night wrapping you in safety. Sometimes, the deer moves a little ahead, pausing at bends in the path as if to make sure you are still there. Sometimes, it lingers behind, letting you take the lead. But always, its presence is near, steady and calm, You notice the way its hooves touch the ground, so quiet, so careful, as though every step is an act of respect for the earth beneath. The air seems warmer now, lighter, as if the deer carries with it a quiet blessing. With every breath, you feel more at ease, more ready to let go of the last threads of the waking world. You realize that this creature is not merely an animal of the forest, it is a guardian of this dreamlike journey. A gentle guide who has come to walk with you for a while. Eventually, the deer slows, and so do you. It stops in a pool of moonlight, its form bathed in silver radiance. It looks at you once more, holding your gaze for a long, quiet moment. There is no rush, no urgency, only peace. Then, as softly as it appeared, the deer steps back into the shadows of the trees. You stand there, watching until the last glimmer of its form melts into the darkness. And though it is gone, you feel no loss. The calm it gave you remains, nestled in your chest like a glowing ember. You know now that you are not alone on this path, and that the forest itself walks with you. Ahead, the path bends once more, and you hear the faint, musical sound of water flowing, a bridge waiting in the distance. The deer has led you this far, and now the moonlight will carry you onward. The sound of water grows clearer with every step. At first, it is only a murmur, faint and delicate, like a secret shared between shadows. But soon, the path opens, and before you lies a small wooden bridge, arching gracefully across a silver stream. The moonlight catches on its surface, painting every plank with a pale glow, as though the bridge itself has been carved from moonlight. You pause at the edge, gazing across. The stream below is wider now, flowing more swiftly than the one you left behind. Its surface ripples with liquid silver, and every now and then, the reflection of the moon breaks into 1,000 shards of light. The air here is cool and fresh, carrying the faint scent of water and moss. A soft mist rises from the stream, drifting lazily around the bridge, giving it an otherworldly glow. The bridge looks simple, just wood bound together, its edges lined with gentle curves worn smooth by time. Yet there is something more to it, something sacred. It feels less like a structure built by hands and more like a passage shaped by dreams themselves. A threshold from one world into another. You step forward. The wood beneath your feet creaks softly, but it holds firm. Each step sends out a faint, hollow sound that echoes into the night, blending with the melody of the stream below. It is not noise but music, a rhythm that joins the song of the water. Step by step, you create your own lullaby, your presence adding to the harmony of this quiet place. Halfway across, you pause and rest your hands upon the railing. From here, the view is breathtaking. The stream stretches in both directions, silver ribbons winding into the forest. The trees lean gently toward the water, their reflections shimmering on the surface, as if the forest itself is gazing at its own beauty. Above, the moon seems closer, brighter, its light wrapping the bridge in a silken embrace. You listen. The sound of the water is steady, flowing without end, untroubled by stone or branch. It moves with patience, teaching you that life, too, can move without struggle, finding its way naturally around every obstacle. You feel this lesson settle deep within, like water soaking into thirsty roots. With every breath, You let go a little more, letting go of thoughts, of weight, of the day that has already passed. As you continue, you notice small details: a tiny bird, tucked beneath the beams, sleeping with its head beneath its wing. Drops of dew clinging to the railing, catching the moonlight like pearls. A single white feather resting on the planks, unmoving, as if waiting for someone to find it. Each of these is a gift. Quiet reminders of the gentleness woven into the night. At the far end of the bridge, the mist thickens slightly, curling around your ankles as you step forward. It feels like a veil, soft and cool, brushing against your skin. Beyond it, the path continues, but it seems changed somehow. The air feels richer, filled with the scent of unseen blossoms. The trees ahead glow faintly, as though touched by starlight. You glance back once more, and the bridge behind you gleams in the moonlight. It stands as a memory now, a marker of passage. You know that by crossing it, you have left behind not just the village, not just the outer forest, but a part of the waking world itself. You are moving deeper into the dream, into a place where sleep waits with open arms. The mist clears slowly as you move forward, and there it is, a hidden garden glowing in the night, waiting like a secret revealed only to those who walk this path. Flowers shimmer faintly, like fallen stars upon the earth. You feel drawn to it, called to it, as though this garden has been waiting for you all along. And so, you step forward, leaving the bridge behind, carrying with you its music, its light, its gentle reminder to flow as softly as water. The mist parts slowly, as though it has been guarding a secret. And now the secret is revealed. Before you lies a garden, vast yet hidden, as if the forest has been keeping it safe for centuries. The air shifts here, rich with the fragrance of blossoms you cannot name. Scents both sweet and delicate, lingering like soft memories. The garden glows beneath the moonlight, not in a single, blinding light, but in thousands of gentle sparks. Flowers bloom across the ground in every direction, their petals shimmering faintly as though dusted with starlight. Some glow in soft whites, others in pale blues, and still others carry the faintest blush of pink and lavender. Together, they create a carpet of light, a field of stars that has fallen to earth. You take a step into this garden, and the grass bends beneath your feet, soft and cool, like velvet brushed with dew. The flowers seem to stir as you pass, their glow pulsing faintly, as though they recognize your presence. It feels as if you are not walking alone, but accompanied by every bloom, every leaf, every petal. In the stillness, you hear the faint hum of bees asleep within blossoms, the delicate flutter of moths drifting lazily between flowers, their wings catching the moonlight. Fireflies weave their golden threads through the air, adding to the constellation already glowing at your feet. The night is alive here, not loud, but quietly breathing with you, resting with you. You pause beside a cluster of flowers, each petal so translucent that the moonlight seems to pass through them, leaving behind a gentle glow. You kneel and touch one lightly. It is soft, fragile, yet full of life. For a moment, you close your eyes, and you can almost feel the slow pulse of the earth itself through this small flower, reminding you that even the smallest things are part of the great rhythm of the world. The path winds gently through the garden, marked not by stones but by the blossoms themselves. growing in clusters that leave a narrow trail. You follow it, moving slowly, as though you are walking through a dream painted with silver and stars. The air is warmer here, filled with a sense of welcome, as if the garden itself has been waiting for you to arrive. Ahead, you notice a small fountain, carved from stone, its bowl filled with water that reflects the night sky. When you lean closer, you see not only the moon and stars above but also the glowing flowers mirrored in its surface. It is as if the sky and the earth have joined together in this one quiet pool. The sound of the water trickling is steady and calm, like the gentle heartbeat of the garden itself. You sit for a moment beside the fountain, letting the peace of this place sink into your bones. Every breath is easier here, every thought softer, every heartbeat slower. The world outside feels far away, distant and faint, as though it no longer has any hold on you. Only this garden exists now, a sanctuary of stars beneath your feet and above your head. When you rise again, you feel lighter, almost as though your body itself glows faintly, touched by the same starlight that rests on the flowers. You walk further, and the blossoms seem to brighten, guiding you gently onward. And there, at the far edge of the garden, you see something waiting, a tree, ancient and vast, its branches stretching wide, its crown bathed in moonlight. The flowers grow thickest around its roots, glowing brighter as if feeding from its wisdom. The path leads you directly to it. The garden has brought you here, step by step, petal by petal, to this ancient guardian standing tall in the silver night. The path narrows as it approaches the tree, the blossoms parting like quiet attendants bowing in reverence. And then you see it clearly, the ancient tree, standing in the heart of the starlit garden. Its trunk is wide, so wide that it would take many arms linked together to encircle it. The bark is rough and weathered, marked with deep grooves that seem less like scars and more like stories carved by time. The roots spread outward in great arcs, curling over the earth like the arms of a guardian, steady and unyielding. But it is the branches that draw your breath away. They stretch high and wide, reaching toward the heavens, as if they have been yearning for the stars for centuries. Moonlight drapes across them, turning every leaf into a silver flame. Some branches hold clusters of glowing blossoms, much like those that cover the garden floor, but brighter, almost radiant, as if they drink light directly from the moon. The air beneath the tree is different, still, but full of presence. You feel it before you even touch the trunk, a weight of wisdom, of ages endured. The ancient tree seems alive in more ways than breath and leaf. It feels aware, as though it has been waiting for you. You rest your hand against the bark. It is cool, solid, grounding. For a moment, you close your eyes. The world around you softens. You hear, not with your ears but with something deeper. A slow rhythm, like the steady pulse of the earth. The tree is speaking, not in words, but in feelings. It tells of rain and sun, of centuries of standing tall, of storms endured and mornings welcomed. It tells you of patience, of endurance, of the strength found in stillness. You breathe deeply, and as you do, your own pulse seems to fall into rhythm with the trees. A sense of calm seeps into you, steady and unwavering. You realize you are not separate from this place, you are part of it. Just as the tree is part of the garden part of the forest, and the forest part of the earth. Above you, the leaves rustle softly, though there is no wind. It feels like a lullaby, the kind sung by a voice older than memory itself. The sound is gentle, rhythmic, a promise that rest is near, that you are safe beneath these branches. You sit at the base of the tree, leaning back against its trunk. The roots cradle you like the arms of an ancient friend. Around you, the flowers glow brighter, casting a soft halo over the earth. The stars above twinkle, as if they too are listening to the tree's song. Time feels different here. Minutes, hours, they lose meaning. All that remains is the quiet, the glow, the presence of something eternal. You feel your own thoughts drifting, loosening, entangling themselves. Every worry grows softer, until it dissolves completely, like mist in morning light. As you rest, a vision seems to bloom behind your eyes, not a dream. Not quite waking, you see the tree as it once was. A sapling reaching for light. You see it through storms, through winters of snow and summers of warmth. You see birds nesting in its branches, travelers resting in its shade, deer pausing to drink in its shadow. The tree has always been a sanctuary, a place of peace, and now, it offers that sanctuary to you. When you open your eyes again, the world is unchanged, yet something within you feels lighter. The ancient tree stands silent, but you feel its blessing, its quiet encouragement. You know the path continues beyond, but this moment will stay with you, carried within like a secret lantern glowing softly in your chest. You rise slowly, placing your hand once more on the bark in gratitude. Ahead, the path beckons, glowing faintly as though lit by starlight. Beyond the tree lies the next step of the journey, deeper into the dream, and as you take that step forward, you feel as though the ancient tree watches you go, its branches reaching high into the night, whispering blessings into the silver air. The path curves gently away from the ancient tree, winding deeper into the hush of the night. The starlit flowers grow sparser here, but the moonlight filters through the branches above, guiding your steps with its steady glow. The forest feels quieter, as though it too is listening, waiting, and then, you hear it, the low, resonant call of an owl. Who? The sound drifts through the air, calm and deliberate, carrying with it a sense of timelessness. It is not a cry of alarm, nor of loneliness, but of presence, a voice of one who has watched the night for countless years. You pause, lifting your gaze upward. At first, you see only the branches silhouetted against the moon. Then, in a high crook of the tree ahead, two golden eyes open, shining like lanterns. They blink slowly, then fix upon you with a gaze both piercing and kind. The owl shifts, spreading its great wings with a whisper of feathers. And then, silently, it descends. It lands upon a low branch just ahead of you. Its plumage is mottled silver and soft brown, feathers edged with light, as if dusted with moonbeams. Its head tilts slightly, eyes unblinking yet gentle. You feel no fear, only the quiet recognition that you stand before a guardian of wisdom, a teacher of the night. The owl regards you for a long moment before speaking, not with words spoken aloud, but with a voice that resonates directly in your mind. It is deep and calm, carrying the weight of centuries. You have walked far, the owl says, and the night has welcomed you. But every traveler must learn. The path is not only about where your feet carry you. but also about what your heart releases. You listen, your breath slow, your body still. The owl's golden eyes seem to look through you, past your skin, into the quiet corners of your being. You feel it seeing your weariness, your thoughts, the small burdens you have carried. Let them rest here, the owl continues. The forest has no need for them. And neither do you. Release them to the night. And let the moon keep them safe. You close your eyes, and in the silence, you imagine those lingering thoughts, the worries, the small aches, the endless loops of memory, lifting gently out of you. Like feathers on the wind. One by one, they drift upward, dissolving into the silver light of the moon. With every release, your chest feels lighter, your breath deeper, your body looser. When you open your eyes again, the owl is still watching. But now, its gaze feels softer, approving, almost warm. Its wings rustle faintly, a sound like parchment turning, like time unfolding. There is wisdom in silence. The owl says, wisdom in stillness. Trust in them, and they will guide you through the deepest night. The owl flutters down from the branch and lands on a smooth stone at the edge of the path. With a small nod of its head, it gestures forward. You understand. It will guide you further. You walk, and the owl glides beside you, sometimes taking flight, sometimes perching low to wait as you follow. Its presence is steady, unhurried. The night feels safer with it near, as though the shadows themselves bow to its quiet authority. After some time, the path opens once more, and you see a clearing ahead. The owl lands upon a stone at its edge, turning its gaze to you. It speaks once more. Beyond this place, dreams deepen. Go with gentleness, and the night will carry you where you are meant to be. The owl blinks slowly, then spreads its wings. With a sound like a sigh, it rises into the air, soaring silently back into the canopy. For a moment, you watch its silhouette pass across the face of the moon, and then it vanishes into the branches, leaving only the memory of golden eyes and calm words. You step into the clearing, carrying the owl's wisdom with you, lighter, quieter, ready to sink even deeper into the embrace of the night. The path softens beneath your feet, moss replacing stone and soil. The air grows cooler, infused with the faint scent of water and lilies. Each step is slower now, not from weariness, but from the way the night itself seems to hush, as though guiding you into a sacred silence. And then, through a veil of branches, you see it, the hidden lake. It lies wide and still, its surface so smooth that it seems not to be water at all but a polished mirror. The moon rests upon it, whole and radiant, her reflection as perfect as the sky above. Stars scatter across the dark expanse, shimmering on the water as though the heavens themselves have leaned down to kiss the earth. You step closer, and the shore greets you with soft grass and clusters of pale flowers, their petals leaning toward the lake as if drawn to its serenity. The air is filled with the faintest hum, not a sound of insects or birds, but something deeper, perhaps the lake itself, singing softly in the language of stillness. You kneel at the edge and touch the surface. The water is cool, yet not cold, and your reflection wavers gently before merging with the moon and stars. For a moment, it feels as though you are part of the sky itself, your image dissolving into light. The longer you gaze, the more the lake reveals, Shapes move faintly within its depths, not fish, not plants, but images, dreams. You see glimmers of places you've known, faces you've loved, moments long past. They drift like clouds beneath the surface, not heavy with longing, but light as feathers, gifts of memory resting in the water. The lake does not cling to them, nor do you. It simply holds them, letting them shimmer and fade in their own time. You breathe deeply. The air carries a freshness, each inhale clearing your thoughts, each exhale releasing the last remnants of tension. Around you, the forest leans in, its reflection doubled in the lake, until you cannot tell where the world ends and the dream begins. A small ripple spreads suddenly across the water. You glance up and see a swan, white as snow, gliding silently across the surface. Its movements are so smooth that it barely disturbs the reflection of the stars. As it passes, its wings catch the moonlight, glowing faintly, like sails carrying it across an endless sky. The swan drifts near you, its dark eyes calm, deep as the water itself. It bows its head once, gracefully, as though acknowledging your presence. Then it turns, continuing its slow journey across the lake, vanishing into the silver mist at the far shore. You watch it go, feeling a quiet peace in your chest, a reassurance that you too are being carried gently forward. You sit upon the grass, folding into the earth as though it has been waiting to hold you. The sounds of the night grow distant, softened by the lake's serenity. Your breathing falls into rhythm with the faint lapping of water against the shore. Slow and steady, a lullaby without words. Time blurs. Minutes, hours, such measures no longer matter. What matters is the stillness, the reflection, the quiet merging of sky and water. Dream and waking, you feel yourself becoming lighter still, as though you too could drift across the surface, a reflection carried effortlessly by the lake's embrace. At last, you rise. The path continues beyond, lit by the glow of moonlight shimmering upon the water. You step forward gently, knowing you carry the peace of the lake within you, like a vessel filled with calm. Behind you, the hidden lake remains, holding its mirror to the sky, eternal and unchanged. Ahead, the path beckons once more, guiding you toward the final embrace of the night. The path beyond the hidden lake winds gently upward, a soft incline that feels less like a climb and more like being lifted. The air grows warmer, touched by the faint scent of night-blooming flowers. The ground beneath your feet is soft and forgiving, as though the earth itself has become a bed prepared just for you. As you walk, you notice how everything you have encountered tonight seems to linger within you. The whispering stream still sings faintly in your ears. The gentle eyes of the deer remain steady in your heart. The wisdom of the owl echoes in your thoughts. Calm and reassuring, the peace of the lake rests in your breath. Each inhale and exhale smooth as flowing water. Every step feels like a weaving together of these gifts. Threads of serenity forming a blanket of rest around you. At last, the path opens to a small clearing bathed in moonlight. Here, the grass grows taller, swaying gently as though welcoming you. The clearing is ringed with silver-leaved trees, their branches arching together to form a natural canopy. At its center lies a bed of moss, soft and luminous, as though the stars themselves have descended to create a resting place just for you. You step closer, feeling the air grow quieter, more intimate. The world beyond fades, only this clearing exists now. Timeless and safe. You lower yourself onto the moss, and it embraces you with a softness beyond anything you have known, cool, yet warm, firm, yet yielding, the perfect cradle for your weary body. Above, the moon shines directly overhead, her light falling in a silken veil across your face. You close your eyes, and the glow seeps inward, gentle and soothing. Each breath carries you deeper inward, into stillness, into quiet. Your thoughts slow, like leaves settling on calm water. They drift for a moment, then dissolve. What remains is only ease, only the deep comfort of letting go. Your limbs grow heavy, yet in that heaviness there is peace, as though the earth itself is holding you. You hear the faint rustle of the trees, their leaves whispering a final lullaby. The song is familiar, echoing the voices of everything you have met tonight: the stream, the deer, the owl, the swan, the tree. All of them have gathered here, not in body, but in presence, watching over you as you rest. The night itself becomes your companion. Its coolness wraps around you like a blanket. Its silence rests against your skin. Its rhythm merges with your heartbeat. You are no longer a traveler on the path. You are the path. You are the forest, the lake, the stars. You are part of the dream. Your breath deepens. Each inhale draws in peace. Each exhale releases the last traces of wakefulness. Slowly, gently, you sink, down and down, into warmth, into stillness, into rest. And then there is nothing to do, nothing to seek, only to drift. The moon above smiles softly, her light dimming as your eyes grow heavier. Heavier still. The stars shimmer faintly, then blur, then fade. The clearing holds you tenderly, carrying you across the final threshold, where the waking world disappears and the dream world opens wide. You surrender at last, safe and at peace, to the gentle pull of sleep. The journey is complete, and now, the path has carried you safely to its end. The moon rests high above, the stars keep their gentle watch, and the forest cradles you in its timeless embrace. You have walked through streams and gardens, stood beneath ancient branches, listened to the wisdom of the owl, and gazed upon the stillness of the hidden lake. Each step has been a thread, woven into a tapestry of calm, guiding you closer to the rest you have been seeking. There is nothing more to do, no place you must go, only to drift, softly and deeply, into sleep. Let the night hold you, let the dream carry you, and when morning comes, may you wake renewed, light as the silver path you walked beneath the moon. Good night, traveler. Sleep peacefully.